All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Lal, and we're going to begin with our misdemeanor first appearance calendar for today, November 8th, 2025. This is a calendar of misdemeanor cases in which individuals were recently arrested and booked at the Fulton County Jail. Soon after that, their cases have now been formally accused by the Solicitor General of Fulton County. So when I address each of your cases, I will let you know what is your new accusation number, what are the charges brought against you, to appoint counsel for you where required, and to also set a bond. Some of you may qualify for what we call a signature or release bond, in which case you do not have to pay for your bond today, but you will have to comply with certain conditions in order to maintain your release or signature bond. Otherwise, others may receive a surety bond or a cash bond, depending on your record history as well as the nature of the circumstances of the charge. But in that particular case, you would have to pay for your bond either out of your own pocket or through a bonding company. Conditions may still apply. Please remember the following rights. As a defendant charged with a criminal offense, you have a right to remain silent. Anything that you choose to say about the facts or circumstances of your case, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. This virtual proceeding is not only being recorded, but also live streamed. So if you have anything to say about your case, please take the time to speak with the attorney that's assigned to you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. If you are a alleged victim, a family member, a witness, someone here in support or against a defendant, please switch your video off and mute your screen. You may come back on when we are addressing the particular defendant you want to chime in about. So please switch your video off. Otherwise, the host will assist you with that. Courtroom 2, good afternoon. Who do we have first?
Position 3, Ms. Atkins.
Okay. And who's the prosecutor at the present time?
I believe this case belongs to Miss Williams, but it's myself and Miracle Williams on this morning handling the case,
Right.
or afternoon, I guess, handling the cases.
All right, Miss Williams. I'm waiting. Oh, all right. I was waiting for Mr. Tucson Howard to log in. He has logged in. Are you set to go, Mr. Howard, or would you like to?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. So we have position 3, Deanna Atkins, accused of battery, family violence from November 7th, 2025, case number 25 CR 7198E. Ms. Atkins, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Mirzajadin. And any priors, Mr. Howard?
Second, 2025 sale of marijuana.
Thank you. Ms. Williams, what's your bond recommendation for Ms. Atkins?
One moment, Your Honor. My apologies.
I see.
I had this one at the bottom. Yes, Your Honor, this would be a $4,000 good bond.
Mhm.
No further violent contact with Justin Wright. Stay away from the incident location and a one-day anger awareness.
This is her second arrest, right? Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like she may qualify for a signature bond.
All right. Mr. Mirzajadin, first of all, before I begin, is there a Justin Wright on Zoom that wants to be addressed? Justin Wright. Okay. Do you have any comment about the stay away and no violent contact?
Yes, Your Honor. We would have no objection to a no violent contact. We believe that Ms. Atkins and Mr. Wright are still on good terms and do wish to continue to have contact. And as to the stay away order, we would object to that. It is Miss Atkins' place of residence. Her name is on the lease. She pays all the utilities. And Mr. Wright only recently has been staying there at the as Miss Atkins is allowing him to stay there. So we ask there not be a stay away put on Miss Atkins, and of course ask for a signature bond as she is eligible for.
Don't they share kids?
They do, I believe, share one child.
Okay. This is going to be a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. Ms. Atkins, you will report to pretrial services twice a month. I'm going to grant you a signature bond, but you must comply with the following conditions. If you fail to comply, then your signature bond will be surrendered and you'll be back in jail. You're to have no further violent contact with Justin Wright, which means that from this point onwards, no physical altercations, no verbal altercations. If there are any altercations in the future and the police arrive, you most likely will be arrested first without any questions asked. You may return to the 1957 Vesta Avenue location to continue to live with Mr. Justin Wright. Also, within 30 days of being released, you will enroll in what we call a family violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 weeks of classes, and you will enroll, attend, and complete all the classes and pay for them as well. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and definitely no firearms. Your next court date will be sent to the Vesta Avenue location. Thank you.
We got position 4, Mr. Carter.
Dejean Carter is accused of battery family violence from November 7th of this year, case 25 CR 7192B. Mr. Carter, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Mirzajuddin. Any priors, Mr.
Second arrest, open theft by taking to state court.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Pope, and what's your bond recommendation?
The state's asking for a $2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. FFIP, no further violent contact with the victim, but we are asking for a stay away from the location, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol while on bond.
All right. Is there a Carlicia Burdette on Zoom?
State did speak with her, and I do believe that she was intending to be on Zoom. Just give her a moment. I guess she's not here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
All right, please unmute and start. Well, you need to start your video as well. All right, Ms. Burdette, please raise your right hand. Is that your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
You shared 3 children with Mr. Carter,
yes,
and you wish to not have him return to the home?
yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mirzajuddin, you may mute your screen, Ms. Burdette. Yeah. Mr. Mirzajuddin, yes, sir. Any objection to the stay away?
No, Your Honor, I've spoken with Mr. Carter. He has arrangements to stay with his mother in Fairburn. We would just ask if possible that Mr. Carter not be mandated to go to the FFIP program, an anger management class, if that is a possible alternative for him.
All right. This is going to be a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial services. I'm going to make it a level 2, not a level 1. He will have to report to pretrial services twice a month. No violent contact with Carlicia Burdette, which means that there cannot be any physical or verbal altercations between the two of them. If there are, the police get involved, Mr. Carter will be the one back in jail. He's to stay away from 222 Tuskegee Street, I believe. Is that in Atlanta? Yes? Okay. And he's allowed a one-time visit to the property with a police officer to retrieve his personal belongings. But after that, he needs to update the court with his new residential address, which I understand will be his mother's home. I'll allow for third party, since there's no violent contact, I'll allow for peaceable transfer of the children for visitation. If Mr. Carter, Ms. Burdette, are you married to Mr. Carter? You need to unmute.
They are
Yes.
married, Your Honor.
Are they married?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll allow for transfer of the children, but it must be no breach of peace. It must be non-violent. And we will see Mr. Carter at the next court date. We will send him summons to his new address. Thank you. Oh, no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no firearms.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm sorry. So I can just bring the kids to his mother house without contact with him?
No, it's no violent contact. In other words, you can speak with him, you can have contact with him. He just cannot engage in any physical or verbal altercations with you. Now, did you want no contact or did you want no violent contact?
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not even have any contact. I'd rather just take the kids to his mother. Okay.
I'm sorry. Ms. Burdette, you're not being very clear.
You know, I may have mistaken the note that I
Oh,
had.
okay.
She's
Oh, I'm
asking for
sorry.
no contact.
I thought I heard no violent contact.
I did say that based on what I saw from our note where the victim witness advocate spoke to her, but I just heard her ask for no contact at all. So the state would ask for no further contact.
All right, Ms. Carlicia Burdette, last time, do you want Mr. Carter to stay 200 yards away from you and not communicate with you in any way, form, or manner? Or did you want to have it in such a way that he cannot have any violent communication and no violent contact with you? Do you want to ever speak with him for the next few months?
We can do no violent contact.
Are you certain? All right, we'll go with no violent
Yeah.
contact. If you're not comfortable, please reach out to the solicitor's office and tell them you want to amend it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got position 7, Mr. Gresham Chisholm.
Damon Gresham Chisholm is accused of simple assault, criminal trespass, and disorderly conduct from November 6th of this year, case 25 CR 7208Y. You've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. Mazarjuddin. Any priors?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, just a brief facts, just to kind of bring a full context.
Yes, ma'am.
Defendant, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This defendant was with another defendant who was charged with felonies. They went to the home of the victims and they attempted to forcibly enter into the home. They were knocking on the door and making threats. The other defendant threw a folding chair through the window and shattered it. There was allegations that there may have been weapons involved. The state is going to see if there is a possibility to transfer this to the DA's office so that it can be linked with the co-defendant. With that being the case, although he does not have a history, the state would ask that the simple assault, the $1,800 surety bond still remain due to the serious nature of the charges. Stay away from 2418 Stone Road, East Point, Georgia. No further contact with Shonita Slayton, London Slayton, Quintasia Slayton, or Stephanie Slayton. No weapons as a condition of this bond. And also no further contact with the alleged co-defendant, Ahmad A.
Sorry, Ahmad who?
A.D. minor. On count 2, the state with NOR.
Okay. Mr. Mazarjuddin?
Thank
Count
you,
2,
Your
the
Honor.
state would ask for $1,000 signature
I'm sorry.
bond.
Ms. Pope, I'm sorry, you were breaking up.
Let me just finish real quickly.
Okay.
Through trial level. That's okay. Oh, okay. I should have a decent connection. Count 2 is a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. Count 3, $1,000 surety bond through pretrial level 2. So it would be a split bond. And the same condition, count 1 for 2 and 3.
Okay. Mr. Mazarjuddin, did you hear that?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. For sorry, for Mr. Gresham Chisholm here today, as your honor is already aware, this is his first arrest. So we would ask for a signature bond, but we have no problem with the stay away and no contact, no weapons. We would just ask that Mr. Gresham Chisholm be given a signature bond. We understand the state's concern. It's my understanding from the reading of the warrant that most of what is alleged has to do with the alleged co-defendant this time who was charged with the felony charges. And if the state upgrades it to Superior Court, then at that point, it may be necessary for more stringent circumstances, but at this time, we would ask for a signature bond for Mr. Gresham Chisholm.
Okay. So, Mr. Gresham Chisholm, based on what the prosecutor is telling me and the allegations set forth in the warrant, the state is planning to have this case reconsidered to see if they can charge you with felony charges instead of misdemeanor. I'm going to grant you a signature bond, but if you fail to comply with the conditions, you may end up in more trouble than the one you're currently in. On count 1 is going to be $3,500. Count 2 is going to be $3,500, and count 3 is going to be $3,000. This is going to be a $10,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 3. You will report to pretrial once a week. You are to stay away from the Stone Road location. You are to have no contact with any member of the Slayton family at that household. And you are also to have no contact with Ahmad Minor. We are very serious about this because if you attempt to communicate with any of these individuals and they report you, your signature bond will be revoked and you'll be back in jail on either a $10,000 cash bond, surety bond, or no bond at all. You're not to consume any illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and you're definitely not allowed to have any firearms. Your next court date is going to be sent to your current mailing address. If we don't have it, please make sure you come back to the clerk's office and provide us with a valid mailing address. Report to pretrial once a week, report to court when summoned, and do not violate these conditions. Thank you.
Position 10, Mr. Jordan.
Sure. Deputy, do you think we'll be seeing Anthony Jones today? Okay. Decasius Jordan is accused of fair evasion and criminal trespass, November 7th, 2025, case 25 CR 7202Y. Mr. Jordan, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. Masarjadin. And what are his priors, if any?
Third, got open ag assault on robbery out of Gwinnett. That's it.
Ms. Pope?
I was changing my internet to make sure that I could be heard, or my Wi-Fi. Which defendant were we on? I'm sorry.
We are on position 10, Jordan. Criminal trespass and fair evasion at Marta.
Okay, thank you.
This is his third arrest.
Bond.
Oh,
Go ahead. Count 1 and 2 is $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. Stay away from all martyr properties. And just wanted to make sure that the third count that came through was NOD'd.
okay. On the fair evasion is going to be 500. On the criminal trespass is 1,000. It's a 1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. And Mr. Jordan, presently you will have to stay away from all martyr property in accordance with any active suspension. You probably are going to have a suspension that's going to trigger very soon. So please make sure you stay away from martyr in compliance. Otherwise, you could end up back in jail. Thank you.
That's per judge, April.
Yeah.
What do you say? What was that? I don't, you hold
We have, who's next?
Position 11, Mr. Metz.
Okay. Same recommendation, Ms. Pope?
It is not. This defendant has 49 cycles, including multiple convictions for criminal trespass and similar. I can give you.
No, but we're good. Thank you.
Okay.
This is Antonio Metz, accused of fair evasion and criminal trespass at Marta, 25 CR 007-201A. Mr. Metz, you've been advised of your rights, and Mr. Mazarjadin is your counsel. Confirm, Mr. Howard, 49 arrest cycles?
She's correct.
Thank you. Mr. Mirzajuddin, any argument?
Yes, Your Honor, we would ask for Mr. Metz to receive a signature bond if available for him. We understand that he has some significant criminal history here. Your Honor, I did have a conversation with Mr. Metz where he stated that he did not or was not aware that it was a permanent ban that he had from MARTA. He understands that now, and he knows that he'll have a ban from MARTA in connection with this case. And he has no problem with a complete stay away from MARTA, bus, rail, or any other sort of MARTA property. So we would just ask that he be granted a signature bond here today.
Okay. On the
Just-
fair, yeah, go
Let me
ahead.
just add this. I mean, while he might say that he had he was charged with criminal vandalism and disorderly conduct towards MARTA officers, and that was the reason for the prior ban. And let me just put the state's recommendation on the record. $500 surety bond, stay away from MARTA on count 1, $500 surety bond, and stay away from MARTA on count 2.
Okay,
And due to the likelihood to reoffend.
thank you. Okay, on the fair evasion is going to be $5. On the criminal trespass is going to be $45. This is a $50 cash bond to stay away from all MARTA property in accordance with his permanent ban, which means that he cannot enter any of the stations, use the trains or buses. He also cannot be on the parking lots or their sidewalks and not use any of their amenities. Next court date is November 20th. Thank you.
So, do I get a signature?
No, sir, you don't qualify, but your bond is a $50 cash bond. If you
Yeah,
make
I'm
a bond,
I don't have the finance. So I sit in jail. Yep. Position 12, Mr. Mills.
David Austin Mills is accused of driving under the influence of alcohol, reckless driving, and willful obstruction of an officer. Case number 25 CR 7199G. Mr. Mills, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Mirzajuddin. Any priors?
8, on probation card, possession of a Schedule 1. 2023 public intoxication. This was out of state. And some probation violations from 2019, 2020.
2019? Okay. Ms. Pope?
Yes, if I may, just very quickly on the facts. Another driver observed the defendant driving erratically. The driver decided to stay behind the defendant and follow him while calling the police. He was observed weaving into the wrong side of the road, almost hitting or almost striking another vehicle, stopping in the roadway and also hitting a median. Officers were ultimately able to stop Mr. Mills. He was taken to the hospital after a search warrant was issued for his blood. While he was there in the hospital awaiting the blood test, the officers observed him snorting fentanyl in their presence or snorting a blue or white substance. This was also observed by the nurse. When the officer attempted to take the substance, it was thrown into the air. The officer did have to be checked out for believing that he had ingested whatever the drug was. For this reason, the state is asking on count 1 and it's DUI drugs, $2,500 surety bond, no alcohol or drugs as a condition of bond, no driving. Count 2, reckless driving, $1,000 surety bond, and count 3, $1,000 signature bond, pretrial level 3, random drug and alcohol screening.
All right. Mr. Mirzajuddin?
Thank you, Your Honor. For Mr. Mills, we would ask for a signature bond. I've spoken with Mr. Mills. He understands that he does have an addiction problem, and it is his intention to enter into Sober Living America, which he has already been accepted into their facility located in Macon, Georgia. Your Honor, we would have no problem with a no driving provision. Your Honor, I'm not sure of the status of his license at the moment, but that is our ask for Mr. Mills today, signature bond.
All right, Mr. Mills, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you.
And
If
Mr.
you
Mills, I
decide-
would advise that you not speak. It's very, very unlikely that anything you have to say about the facts of the case or anything that happened is going to be helpful today. We'll have time to speak at a later time, okay?
All right. On the DUI, it is a 2,500 surety bond. On the reckless driving, it's going to be a $1,000 surety bond. And the willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, that's going to be a 3,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 3. This is a total of a $7,000 split bond. Mr. Mills, once you post the $3,500 portion of the bond, you will then continue to report to pretrial services once a week, unless, of course, you show proof that you have enrolled in some kind of program that will require inpatient care, and then your attorney will have to obtain a amendment to the bond conditions. But presently, you will report to pretrial services once a week. You will enroll in an alcohol and drug evaluation with any healthcare provider within 36 hours of being released. That's within 72 hours, excuse me. 3 days, right? Yeah, 72 hours, excuse me. And you are not to consume any illegal drugs, including marijuana or whatever is prohibited by law in the state of Georgia. You're also not to consume any alcoholic beverages. You will be subject to screening by pretrial services, and you will be tested every time you visit. So it's a mandatory test.
Okay. And that's 10% of 3,500, correct?
No, whatever the bonding companies charge, they charge between 10 to 15%.
Okay, thank
If
you.
you fail a screen, you're not done, young man, please have a seat. If you fail a screen, your bonds will be revoked and you'll be back in jail on another status.
Yes, ma'am.
Your alcohol and drug evaluation, once you completed the evaluation, you must submit to all treatment and counseling that's required, even if it's AA or whatever is required for an illegal substance addiction. If you get arrested again, if you don't report to court, if you fail a screen, your bond, your signature portion will be revoked and will be in a no bond status. Presently, I'm going to require that you do not operate any motor vehicles, so no driving until further order of the court.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Oh, his next court date is going to be November 20th.
Position 14, Mr. O'Brien Coker.
Shornu Kenti O'Brien Coker is accused of battery family violence from January 28th of 2024. Mr. O'Brien Coker, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is going to be Mr. Mirzajuddin. Are you? Oh, no.
I'm the attorney, Judge.
All right, Ms. Pinto, thank you. Ms. Luisa Pinto is going to be your defense counsel. Any priors?
Yeah, second arrest, 2020 theft scheme dismissed. It went to felony, I think it was 20,000 was the bond.
Okay,
This is my first time.
and Ms. Pope?
Yes, Your Honor. The felony was an aggravated assault against the same victim. It was from 2023. I'm not sure if the court had an opportunity to review any of the warrants, but in that allegation, he placed his hands around the victim's neck, restricting her airflow, then pushed her to the ground, causing a level 3 fracture to her neck. And the incident that he was arrested on from January 28th, 2024, the allegation is that he grabbed the victim by her hair, pulled her, and struck her with a closed fist repeatedly in the head and face before she was able to escape the vehicle. The officers did observe a bloody lip, bruising to the right side of her head and her right ear. The state is asking for a $5,000 surety bond on the battery family violence. No further contact with Brianna Garrett, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol is a condition of this bond, as well as an FVIP course to begin. Enroll in and complete an FVIP course.
Okay. Is Brianna Garrett on the Zoom session? Would she like to contribute? All right, Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. O'Brien Coker's 31 years old. He's lived in Atlanta for about 5 years. He did do 2 years of college and is self-employed as a film director and TV producer. He's been doing that for 10 years. He's okay with no further contact with the alleged victim in this case. They are no longer together. They do not live together. She does not live at the incident location on Howell Mill. He did want the court to know that the pretrial report seems to be incorrect. This is the first time he's ever been arrested. And this is alleged to have happened in January of 2024. So, significant amount of time has passed. He has, of course, no convictions. This pretrial did recommend a signature bond through the jail. We would ask for a signature bond. He did have first appearance on the felony charges already today, and did receive a bond on those over $20,000. So we would ask on this case the misdemeanor for a signature bond.
Okay. This is going to be a 7,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 3. He will report to pretrial once a week. He's to have no further contact with Brianna Garrett. He's to stay 200 yards away from her, not to communicate with her in any way, form, or manner, including in person, mail, email, phone, computer device through a third party, or even discuss her on social media. He's to enroll in a domestic violence intervention program within 30 days of being released, and he will complete all 24 weeks of classes at his expense, and not miss or skip any classes. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages. He will be subject to random screens by pretrial. And of course, no firearms. If he owns or possesses any firearms, they must be surrendered to the local police precinct within 10 days of being released, where they will be destroyed. His next court date will be November 20th, pending his release on the felony matter. Thank you.
Got position 15, Mr. Roger Powell.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Honorable Judge and members of the court.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Position 15, Mr. Powell.
Okay. Mr. Powell's case is 25 CR 007-184D, accused of 2 counts of simple battery from November 6th of this year. Mr. Powell, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Pinto. Any priors,
Who
Mr.?
is 15?
Yeah, he was here yesterday. He was on the calendar yesterday.
Roderick. Okay, 36. He got an open battery DV out of the cab. 2018 ag assault conviction. 2018 disorderly conduct conviction. 2018 DC no-low. 2017 failure to appear.
Thank you. Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we are recommending a $4,000 good bond, $2,000 on each charge, a stay away from 3650 Bakers Ferry Road, and no further contact with either Miss Antonisha Smith and Miss Mamie Cobbs, also with no drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Powell's 67 years old. He's lived in Atlanta his entire life. He has 3 children and 5 grandchildren. He did go through his junior year at Fort Valley College. He's currently retired and receives Social Security. He does reside at the incident location, which is a senior citizen facility. So, he does want the court to know that he denies these allegations, and he believes that the victim is targeting him due to a civil case that he's been bringing against the facility. He does not have anywhere else to go. I understand that the state is asking for a stay away, no further contact. But that's where he lives, and unfortunately he doesn't have anywhere else he can be.
Sorry, you said he had 3 adult children?
He has 3 children, yes.
Adult children?
Yes.
And do they live in Atlanta?
They all live in Georgia. I don't know exactly where, but
Well, can he reach them? Because most
I
likely this facility is not going to allow him back.
right. And I explained that to him that it would be up to the facility, whether he can be there or not. But that is his current residence. He also doesn't have any financial means, so we would ask the court for a signature bond.
And Your Honor, just to place on the record, the victim does work there, so we do stand on that stay away, Your Honor.
Antonisha Smith and Miss Cobb, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and start your video. All right. On each count is going to be 1,000. This is going to be a $2,000 surety bond. His next court date is going to be November 20th. He's to have no further contact with Antonisha Smith and Miss, I think it was Marnie or Mame Cobb.
Mamie, Mamie, Your Honor.
Okay. He has to stay away from that facility, 3650 Bakers Ferry Road in Atlanta, Georgia, until further order of the court. He may return to that location one time only with a police officer to retrieve his belongings. But then within 30 days of being released, he must update the court with his new mailing address. Highly recommend that he contacts his family for assistance. His next court date is November 20th. Thank you.
Got position 16, Mr. Powell.
Shamari Powles is accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence from November 6, 2025. His case is 25 CR 7207C. Mr. Powell, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Pinto. Any priors, Mr. Howell?
25. He got open obstruction out of Alabama and public intoxication. 2025 probation, 24 battery conviction, 2022 simple battery DV conviction. 2017 and 2014, he has a domestic battery. It says stricken off with leave to reinstate. I think that's Illinois.
Okay, that's Illinois. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. And he has a total of 20 cycles in Illinois, in addition to the 4 cycles here in Georgia, including the 2022 battery conviction as well with a different victim. In this case, Your Honor, the defendant came downstairs from the apartment, positioned himself in front of the computer of the victim where he was sitting. And Mr. Avery then switched to another computer. That's our victim, Traymon Avery, Traymon. And the defendant then approached the victim, began to strike him repeatedly in the face and head until he fell to the floor. Once he fell to the floor, the defendant then proceeded to stomp him. When he managed to get up and run away to a nearby Texaco, the defendant then began throwing rocks at him. The recommendation on this case, Your Honor, especially due to the history, is a $5,000 good bond with $2,000 on the simple battery, Your Honor, to stay away from the incident location of 1600 Connolly Drive, that's CONNALLY, apartment 708 in East Point, Georgia, to have no further contact with Traymon Avery, FVIP, as well as no drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
Yeah. Is there a Traymon Avery on Zoom at the present time who would like to chime in? All right, Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Powell's 31 years old. He's lived in Atlanta 6 years. He does have one child who's 11 years old. He did do some college, and he did have a good job. Unfortunately, he lost that job in January. He does report that the alleged victim in this case, Mr. Avery, is actually his brother, which would make this not a family violence charge, and they do not live together. He also, I just want to note, he is no longer on probation, and that Alabama case that had been mentioned has been closed. Pretrial recommended a signature bond. And we would ask for the same signature bond. He doesn't have any means to post a monetary bond, Judge.
All right, and I'm sorry, so the warrant described the relationship differently. And you're telling me he is a sibling?
Yes, Judge. I don't know why it says that, but Mr. Powell reports it. It's actually his brother.
So
And
they
that
share
is
the
not the
same,
state's understanding.
so they share the same parents?
His biological brother.
Boy,
What?
what a 180 on that one. Okay. Yes, Ms. Champion, I'll give you the breakdown shortly. Well, I'm not certain unless I have Tremon Avery on the Zoom to maybe clarify this point. Because otherwise, what we have on the warrant is something not a sibling relationship. Mr. Powles, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. So if you want to waive your right to remain silent, that's up to you. Okay. On the battery charge, that's going to be a $5,000 surety bond. The simple battery is going to be $1,500. This is going to be a $6,500 surety bond. He's to have no further contact with Tremon Avery. He's to stay away from the 1600 Connolly Drive, apartment 708 in East Point, Georgia. He's allowed a one-time visit to that location with a police officer to retrieve his belongings. And then within 30 days, he must provide the court with a new residential address where we can send him his next court summons. His next court date is going to be November 20th. Thank you. All right, just 1 second on position 10. I'm sorry, Miss Champion had a question. Miss Champion, on Mr. Jordan, fair evasion is 500, criminal trespass is 1,000, signature bond through pretrial level 1.
Thank you, Ron.
Deputy, I'm sorry, which position is this?
Position 17, Mr. Ragland.
Okay. Mr. Ragland's case is 25 CR 7211E. His name is Kajwani Isail Ragland, Isail. Incident date appears to be November 6th of this year. There are 6 misdemeanor offenses. There are 5 counts of battery, family violence, and 1 count of theft by taking. Mr. Ragland, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Pinto. Any priors?
Yeah, he got 9. Got an open giving false name out of Clayton County. Got an open battery DV, 3 counts. Cruelty in the 3rd. Simple battery DV. It's 24 CR 006 688 F. 2022 battery, simple battery conviction.
All right. So Ms. Champion, this case has to be assigned to Division F. So right now it's assigned to Division E. All right.
Actually, Your Honor, the DA's office has agreed to accept this case for a felony transfer for aggravated assault.
Okay. So this is going to be transferred to the DA's office. All right. Ms. Pinto, would you still like to address bond pending the transfer?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So Ms. Williams, what's the recommendation?
And Your Honor, I would like to put a few of the facts on the record. Our
Mhm.
victim is Skylar Bryant, Skylar, last name Bryant. Stated that she and the defendant were upstairs in their room when she asked him what was going on while he was talking to to his child's mother. He got upset and began punching her multiple times, slapping her multiple times, choking her until she reportedly saw stars and felt that she couldn't breathe, as well as kicking her multiple times, causing bruises and scratches around her neck. Her face was swollen, along with her lip having a cut on it as well. He also, as she advised, bit her as hard as he could, causing swelling to her fingers before he damaged the door, leaving wood all over the floor, witnessed by the officer, before leaving and taking a PlayStation 5. Your Honor, in this case, the state recommends a $10,000 good bond for 5 counts of battery family violence with $2,000 on the theft by taking, to have no further contact with Skylar Bryant, to stay away from the incident location, to have to do an FVIP class, and to have no drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
All right. And Ms. Pinto? Well, let me see. Skylar Bryant, you on the Zoom? Did you want to address the call? All right, Ms. Pinto?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I just was able to get on here.
Okay, you need to start your video, please. All right. And you need to turn around and face the window because I can only. Good heavens, are you dressed?
Yes, ma'am, I have a shirt on.
Put your shirt on properly. You're in courtroom.
It's on properly. That's how it's made.
Then go put on something else. Switch the video off. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
That's how it's made. Goodness. Okay. All right, Miss Pinto, pending Miss Skylar's wardrobe amendment. What would you like to tell us?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Ragland is 22 years old. He's lived in Atlanta his entire life. He has one child who turns 2 years old on the 20th of this month. His whole family is here in Georgia. He's a graduate of Benjamin E. Mays High School. The pretrial recommendation in this case is a UJR with supervision level 3. We would ask for a signature bond, or originally this was only 2 charges, Judge. I would like
simple battery and yep, you're correct. Yes, correct. It was a simple battery and theft by taking, but gosh, how it's bloomed.
It certainly has. However, it remains one alleged victim and one incident, Judge. So I don't know why it's so many charges. But if the court is not inclined to give a signature bond on the case, we would ask for something as low as possible, 2,000 max. And I will note that the residence is Mr. Ragland's residence. He reports that the alleged victim is not on the lease there.
Yes, I am. We both are on the lease.
If the court requires a stay away, he does have somewhere else he could go. And then he also wants to, starting with that by taking, he reports that that was phone pay station. And of course,
I'm sorry, Miss Pinto, you're breaking up.
The theft by taking, that is his own PlayStation. So he wants the court to know that as well.
And also, Your Honor, if I may, just briefly,
Just
a
one
number.
second, Miss Williams, just 1 second.
Yes,
Mr.
sure.
Carla, please mute your screen. Go ahead, Miss Williams.
Yes, Your Honor. One of the reasons for the additional charges were there were actually, it's one incident date, but it's a series of attacks because one stopped, and then when other witnesses arrived, the attacks began again, based on what our victim described as the defendant getting upset that the witnesses were believing her side of the story, Your Honor. So that's one of the reasons that that second attack with that second set of injuries that she had, Your Honor, that's one of the reasons for the additional charges.
Okay. All right, Miss Carla, you may unmute now and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Do you have multiple devices open?
No, I only have one.
Is somebody else there with a separate device?
No, I'm by myself.
Okay. What would you like to tell us?
I do feel like a lot of it was a misunderstanding, and I do feel like, well, one thing, we're both on the lease. His name is on the lease and my name is on the lease, and I have the lease to prove that. The second thing is that so a lot of I do feel like that he shouldn't have to stay away because this is his home. This is both of our home, and I feel like this is something that we could work past. So I don't want him to be issued to stay away if that's possible. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. I just need to relook at this. So, Miss Bryant, it says over here that y'all been living in that place for 2 weeks.
Yes, we just moved here.
And how did
We literally just got on our feet and got an apartment.
and both of you on the lease? Both of you on the lease? Miss Bryant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
And how long have y'all been dating?
Probably like 5 or 6 months now.
Okay. According to the officer, you were struck with a closed fist on the left side of your face near your temple. He allegedly put his hands around you. You thought you were about to lose consciousness. According to the warrant, this was on the body cam.
Mhm.
And then the defendant left. It's when you call the police.
Yes.
Your sister arrived at the location.
She came after the police left.
Right. And then later the defendant came back.
Yeah, she came after the police left. The defendant came back the day after.
I'm
My
just
sister was
reading what
already
the
there.
officer reported. I'm not here to correct the officer. I'm just reporting what was in the warrant.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Apparently, you were allegedly attacked again by Mr. Ragland. And apparently your index finger was bitten. The front door was apparently damaged. And really, the PlayStation 5 doesn't really bother me. Is that your device?
I bought it, but I bought it as a gift for him, so it's his device.
Okay, that's fair enough. So based on what I've just read, you are comfortable with him being home with you?
Yes, I'm not
I
scared.
need your face on the camera, please.
I said yes, I'm not scared.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ragland, as you have already been informed, the district attorney's office has accepted this case as a felony matter. I appreciate the fact that Ms. Bryant is here in support of you, but what is stark is the disturbing allegations set forth in the warrant. On the battery family violence count 1, that's going to be a $12,000 surety bond. On the remaining charges, they are going to be a 1,000 signature bond through the jail. So that's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is a $17,000 split bond. You are to have no further contact with Skylar Bryant. You are to stay 200 yards away from her. You're not to communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. Even though you are on the lease, the fact that you both cohabitate at that location doesn't mean that you have a right to return to that location pending this case. So you're going to be required to stay away from 3379 Stone Road, apartment B5, the entire location. You're allowed a one-time visit with a police officer in order to retrieve your belongings. And then within 30 days of release, you must update the court with your new mailing address. No illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and definitely no firearms. You're not allowed to own, possess, or have any firearms on you or near you. Your next court date is going to be November 20th, pending the transfer to the Superior Court as a felony matter. Thank you. Next case, please. Thank you, Ms. Bryant. You're free to go. Deb, I'm sorry, courtroom 2, you're muted.
Position 18, Mr. Seals.
Okay. This is Brandon Lytle Sills, accused of 2 counts of battery from November 7th of this year. Mr. Sills' case is 25 CR 7195Y. Mr. Sills, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Pinto. Any priors, please?
This is 9th. 2022 assault causing bodily injury to a family member. And terrorist threats, that was a conviction. 2018 disturbing the peace arrest. 2011 simple assault conviction. And a 2010 assault conviction.
Thank you. Is it Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, the state recommends a $4,000 good bond, 2 split on each charge, a stay away from the incident location of 156 Mills Street Northwest. That is Atlanta Missions Shelter,
Mhm.
and to have no further contact with Anthony Padilla, Padilla, as well as anger awareness, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Sills is 35 years old. He has 1 child who is 8 years old. He did get his GED and also got a welding degree. He did have a job working for Mannheim Temp Service. Unfortunately, the project he was on ended. He's okay with the stay away. He does not know the alleged victim. And he does report that the alleged victim in the case was actually the initial aggressor. We would ask the court for a signature bond. Mr. Sills has no financial resources to post any type of monetary bond.
Okay. This was from a conversation about music, if I'm not mistaken. Or did I get the two confused with another case?
It started with a conversation about music, Your Honor. The victim states that the defendant became irate, told him to stop talking to him when he started making comments about the program there at the Atlanta Missions.
Okay.
Yeah, they exchanged words, and then the defendant was upset
Okay. It's pretty
and
bizarre.
began the attack.
Okay. On each count is going to be 750. The total bond is going to be 1,500. It is a surety bond. He's to have no further contact with Anthony Padilla. He needs to stay away from the Atlanta Mission Shelter at 156 Mill Street in Northwest Atlanta. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And the next court date is November 20th. Thank you.
What was that bond again, Judge?
750 surety on each count and total of a 1,500 surety bond.
Got position 20, Mr. Thompson.
Okay. This is State versus Lee Andrew Thompson Jr., accused of simple battery, family violence, and criminal trespass from November 7th of 2025. His case number is 25 CR 7194C. Mr. Thompson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Pinto. Any priors?
This is 3rd. He don't have any violence.
Okay. Ms. Williams? Please unmute.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking for a $3,000 good bond to have no further violent contact with Kimyata Morris. That's Kimyatta, last name Morris, to stay away from the in-town suites at 1175 Hembree Road, Hembree, and anger awareness course, Your Honor. No
Okay.
drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
All right. Is there a Kimyata Henry on Zoom?
Morris, Your Honor.
Morris, excuse me, Morris. No? Okay, Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Thompson is 29 years old. He's lived in Atlanta for about 7 years and grew up in South Georgia. He has one child who's 5 years old. His whole family is here in Georgia. He did go to the 9th grade, and he currently works as a delivery driver for a logistics company. He's been there 5 years. So he has very strong ties to the community. He from the pretrial report, it looks like the only other, well, I understand he has 3 cycles, none of which are violent. I think one was a marijuana arrest, Judge. He's okay with a stay away and with no further contact with the alleged victim. He was actually trying to, they are in the process of breaking up. He was actually trying to leave and she wouldn't let him. So he doesn't want contact with the alleged victim. And pretrial recommended a signature bond at level 2. We would ask for a signature bond so that he can get out as soon as possible and return to work.
All right. All over a tussle over a phone. My goodness. Simple battery family violence is $750. Criminal trespass is $750. This is a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further contact with Kimyata Morris. Stay away from the 11175 Henry Road location. And he's allowed a one-time visit with a police officer to go there and retrieve his belongings. And he'll need to update the court with his new mailing address within 30 days of being released. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and firearms. Thank you. I'm sorry, courtroom 2, please unmute.
Got add-on 1, Mr. Romans.
Add-on 1. Well, let me see. Yep, here's the add-on. Okay. This is Mr. Carlington Romans, case number 25 CR 007210H. Mr. Romans is accused of 2 counts of simple battery family violence and violating a family violence protective order. Mr. Romans, you have been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Pinto. Mr. Howard, have you had a chance to get the
Yeah, they was on the pull sheet.
okay?
14. Oh, you got open battery DV, second subsequent conviction. It's 25 SC 005594. 2021 battery DV conviction. That's it.
Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, the state believes that it should be a felony, but it does not look like the Superior Court has taken it. The defendant does have a prior battery family violence conviction against this same victim. And as well as an open felony battery family violence against the same victim as well, Your Honor. In this case, we are asking for a $7,000 good bond, $5,000 on the violation of protective order. And in this case, we're asking that he stay away from 6172 Nathaniel Lane in Fairburn, Georgia. In this case, we spoke with the victim, Ms. Corsha Terry, that's Corsha, last name Terry. She advised that the defendant, who is the father of her 3-year-old child, began to grab her belongings, throw them into the front yard when she tried to leave the home. After throwing those things, he called her a bitch, grabbed her by her hair, and hit her in the face and head. The attack was done in front of their 3-year-old who ran inside crying. The defendant took the child and then put him in his vehicle prior to leaving the scene, Your Honor. So we are asking for no further contact with Portia Terry, completion of an FBIP class, and to also have no drugs, alcohol, or weapons, and that's with a total of a $7,000 good bond.
Ms. Pinto?
Could we sound for the alleged
Oh, yes,
victim?
definitely. Portia Terry. If you on Zoom, this.
I'm
okay,
here.
all right. Are you wearing a hat?
No, it's a scarf.
Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, and do you share one child with Mr. Romans?
Yes.
And where's the child today?
He's here. He's right here with me.
No, I just want to be sure you have him.
Yeah, I do.
And what else would you like to tell us?
I kind of blew the situation out of proportion. Like, it wasn't that serious. I didn't want to press charges. I didn't want him to go to jail. He left with the kid. I was trying to get my kid and leave. And that's why I called the police, but I didn't want him to go to jail.
You have a protective order that you filed?
Did I file a protective order?
Yeah,
No.
okay. Thank you. Ms. Pinto?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Romans is 48 years old. He's lived in Atlanta about 18 years. He does have 3 children, ages 24, 4, and 3, an additional family in Georgia. He did attend vocational college as an electrician, and he does have a good job working at a smoke shop for 6 years. Once he found out about this case, it's a incident alleged to have happened in September. So once he found out there was a warrant, he did turn himself in yesterday. He has no failures to appear, so I think he will certainly come back to court. Pretrial recommended a signature bond at level 3. We would ask for that, or a bond not to exceed 1,000 total. When I spoke with Miss Terry, she advised that she does want to have contact with Mr. Romans, and that she doesn't live at the incident location. So I would ask that he be allowed to return to the incident location.
Okay.
And for the record, Your Honor, the violation, it's the violations for the Family Violence Protective Order in case number 25 SC 005594.
005594. So that's the open felony charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's a violation of no further contact from that case?
That is my understanding, Your Honor. It is in violation of the order in that case.
Okay, yeah, I apologize. I just saw the add-on calendar, so I am trying to find out. That was 25 SC
005594.
two counts of battery family violence. Oh, no, he's been indicted on 1 count.
Only because I reviewed this earlier. If you look at the bond order from the felony case, there is a no contact. It was determined that he was a significant danger to the victim and a significant likelihood to reoffend. And there was no contact.
I'm looking at the consent bond order. It's filed on March 28th, 2024. You received a $30,000 surety bond with the option for the 10% program and report to pretrial services twice a month. So I don't know if he's still being monitored by pretrial. He needs to stay away from the incident location and no violent contact with the victim.
And Your Honor, just for the record, to reiterate that there is a conviction for battery family violence in this case under case number 21 CR 000456G. And
Okay.
this is pertaining to the same victim, Your Honor.
Okay. And let me see. And this was from March 6, 2024. He received the original bond in that case was no bond status, no contact with Courtia Terry. Okay. All right. Ms. Pinto, anything else to add?
No, not at this time, Judge.
Okay. So Mr. Romans, based on your prior consent bond order in the felony case, and as a result of this new case involving Courtia Terry, most likely your bond for under the 10% program is going to be surrendered and is going to be back to, you will have to pay whatever you're required to on the 10% portion. With regards to the current bond on the simple battery family violence, each count is going to be $3,500. And that's going to be a $7,000 surety bond. And the violation of the violation of the bond order from the felony case, that's going to be a $1,000 surety bond. Your total bond is $8,000. It is a surety bond. No further contact with Courtia Terry. So I understand that your prior bond order said you could have no violent contact. Well, I'm reinstating the no contact. So you are to stay 200 yards away from Miss Courtia Terry. You're not to communicate with her in any way, form, or manner, including in person, through mail, email, through a third party on social media, absolutely no contact. You will be required to stay away from, no, I don't think she lives at the incident location. So as long as Miss Courtia Terry does not live at the incident location, you may return to the incident location. But if she lives there, then you cannot return to the property. I'm also going to require you to have no further contact with the child that you share with Miss Courtia Terry. If you wish to have any kind of contact, visitation, or custody of the child that you share with Ms. Terry, you need to file a legitimation case and get a court-ordered parenting plan, which will be administered through a third party. And then Ms. Terry can, of course, counter for a child support and financial maintenance of the child. Your next court date is going to be November 20th. Thank you.
Yes, I got position one, Mr. Akapo.
Okay. And he's got 1 and 2. Kamlata Akapo is got 2 separate cases. Position 1 case number is 25 CR 7203F. 3 counts of theft of lost or mislaid property from November 7th of 2025. Mr. Akapo also has a forgery in a 4th degree charge from a August 25th, 2025 incident under case number 25 CR 7204F. Mr. Akapo, you have been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. Mirzajuddin.
This is second. Open hit and run, no insurance, erratic lane change. It's 25 CR 001667F.
Was that a pretrial bond?
I didn't look. I'm not sure.
All right. Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, in this case, we are asking for a good bond in the amount of $2,250, split $750 on each charge on position 1 to have no drugs, alcohol, or weapons.
All right. Mr. Mirzajuddin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Akakpo is 40 years old. He's been living here in Georgia for the past 9 years and has only recently become homeless for the past year and has been living in a shelter. Your Honor, he has no financial means to pay any sort of bond, and so we're asking for a UJR for him at this time. Your Honor, he did have a job as recently as July, but Your Honor, I believe he was in connection with the case that pretrial mentioned. His car was totaled. He doesn't have a means of transportation beyond public transit at this time, Your Honor. So that's another financial burden that he's facing, but he does have a high school degree as well as a degree in finance and business management that he earned while he was living in France, Your Honor, before he came to the United States. But as I mentioned already, Your Honor, he is of a very, very limited financial means at the moment. We would ask for a signature bond for these charges for Mr. Akokpo.
SOB jail with the bonds. Both
Yeah,
of them.
I saw that one. Okay. On the each count of theft of loss and mislaid property, that's going to be 300. And on the forgery, 4th degree in position number 2, that's going to be 1,100. His total bond is going to be a $2,000 surety bond. To stay, well, I don't know from where he would stay away, but his next
On the second case, Your Honor, the stay away would be the money market at 8725 South Roswell Road, Sandy Springs.
Okay. So that's where he'll stay away from. And his, like I said, for both cases, his total bond is a $2,000 surety. And I was trying, oh yes, and we have to reset these 2 cases as well as his prior case, 25 CR 001-667F. All 3 cases will be reset to the SAP calendar on November 20th. Thank you. Next case, please.
Got position 5, Mr. Clerk.
Christopher Clerk is accused of theft by shoplifting and trespass from November 7th of this year. Case 25 CR 7193A. Mr. Clerk, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Mazarjudin. Any priors?
11. You got an open case out of Dunwoody, PI. Open shoplifting out of Fulton. Open felony shoplifting as well. 25 PI 004357. You got 4 shoplifting arrests this year.
Yep.
2025 fade to appear 2020 DUI conviction.
Okay. Ms. Pope?
Yes, and the April 4th, 2025 pending theft by shoplifting was also from the same target. The state is asking for a $2,500 surety bond on the theft by shoplifting, a $1,500 surety bond on the criminal trespass, stay away from all target stores. And I think I heard Mr. Toussaint indicate that he does presently have a June 1st, 2025 pending theft by shoplifting, a April 4th, 2025 pending theft by shoplifting, an October 9th, 2025 pending theft by shoplifting, criminal trespassing, giving false name out of Dunwoody, and then the present November 7th, 2025 theft by shoplifting. I may have missed the September 20th, 2025 theft by shoplifting, as well as a September 26th, 2025 pending public indecency out of Dunwoody.
Thank you. Mr. Mazarjudin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Clerk is 33 years old, a lifelong resident of the state of Georgia. Your Honor, he is a high school graduate and became unemployed this year. He had been working for 1 whole year at a local warehouse job, but has been unable to find work. Your Honor, I believe has been struggling with homelessness. He has indicated to me that he does have a family residence that he believes he might be able to return to, Your Honor, but we believe that's the underlying issue here. We would ask for a signature bond for Mr. Clerk, if not possible, a total bond not to exceed $1,000.
All right. On the theft by shoplifting, that's a $1,500 surety bond. On the criminal trespass, that's a $1,000 surety bond. That's a $2,500 surety bond. to stay away from the Target at 3535 Peachtree Road, Northeast Atlanta, and to stay away from all Target stores in the state of Georgia. His next court date is going to be November 20th. Thank you.
I got position 6, Mr.
Okay, we'll go with Stanley.
Well,
I may, Your Honor, I believe
Stanley
it's Demenjo.
Martinez Domingo, is that correct?
DiMaggio.
Sorry?
DiMaggio.
DiMaggio, okay, is accused of simple assault and simple battery from August 31st, 2025. Case number 25 CR 007-206J. Mr. DiMaggio, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Mirzajadin. Any priors?
Third, 2024 simple battery arrest, 2010 DUI arrest.
Ms. Pope?
So I negotiated this bond prior to his arrest with his attorney at that time. I'm not sure if he still has that. Based on what I negotiated at that point, a consent bond was signed and submitted. It was $1,000 surety bond, no further violent contact with Camilla Harris, Operation 21 for a total of 8 hours, anger management and no weapons. I am willing to abide by that because it did say in the consent bond that was negotiated between me and the attorney that we would not ask for any additional bonds for any other charges. I can provide a copy of that. It was signed by Judge Kirk, if the court would like to see that.
Who was the attorney?
The attorney was Mr. Hold on one second.
Andre Sailors is what
It was
Mr.
Mr.
DiMaggio
Sailors.
told me.
That's correct.
That was $1,000, so it was going to be 500 on each count?
It was only contemplating one count of simple battery, but in the body of the consent order, it did say that this would be for any charges that stemmed from or any arrest and charge. Let me find it so I can. This total bond of $1,000 or this consent bond order will address all charges listed through the jail presently or any additional charges that may be accused in the future. So I did not ask for an additional bond beyond what was contemplated in the agreement.
All right. And how does the state plan to monitor completion of Operation 21 and the 8 hours of anger management?
It's a great question. I mean, it wasn't contemplated in this bond, but I stuck to the four corners of what was here. I mean, we certainly can figure that out. He agreed to it. His attorney at that time, I'm not sure if he's still willing to represent him, but his attorney at that time indicated that he was agreeable to those terms.
Mr. Mirzajadin, did you know he's represented by counsel at the time?
Yes, Your Honor, what Mr. DiMaggio told me is exactly what Solicitor Pope has told me, was that that this had already been worked out between his private attorney, Mr. Sailors, and the attorney or the Solicitor General's office, that he had already paid a bond on this, that he was abiding by all of those terms that they had agreed to. He told me that Mr. Sailors is still his attorney that he's retained, and that Mr. Sailors is aware that Mr. DiMaggio is currently in custody. He did give me permission to represent him just for today, with the understanding that Mr. Sailors, his attorney, is away on vacation. I'm not sure if that's an international vacation or not, but that he would not be available today.
But he's already paid the $1,000 surety bond.
I believe so, yes. Back in October, I believe this is when this was worked out.
It was state's understanding that he was going to walk in and pay the bond.
And has he paid the bond?
To the best of my knowledge, I'm guessing it was not cleared, or else he wouldn't have been arrested, but I can try to look into that a little bit more. I just assumed he had not walked in and was arrested before the walk-in, but he would have more information on that than I do.
Let me see. Mr. DiMaggio, okay. And I'm assuming there were charges pressed against him and Mr. Sailors stepped in before he was booked in at the jail.
That's correct.
And he still lives at Campbell Road?
Yes, Your Honor, Campbellton Road.
Okay. He was booked in on November 7th, 2025. All right, there's been no bond set, so I'm not certain why the consent bond order was not filed. Was there a filing under an MAGC case? Anyone look at that?
Let's see. I can tell you it was signed by the magistrate court and it was, a copy was presented to his attorney. He was supposed to turn himself in. That is the extent of
What
what
was
I
the
know.
date?
The only reason I'm familiar with it is because I was the one who spoke with his attorney when he called.
And what was the date that consent or bond order was signed?
October 10th, 2025, I believe.
10. And Mr. Domencio turned himself in more than a month later. Is that what you're telling me?
I know that he is presently here. I'm not sure if he was cleared by arrest or if he turned himself in, but what I do know is this was completed and it was submitted for his attorney to have. My understanding was he was going to turn himself in. That's all the information I have.
All right. The original case was 25 MAGC 06562. That was the case prior to it being bound over to State Court of Fulton County. Okay, thank you. So one of the requirements for that consent bond order was that Mr. Domencio had to surrender himself to the jail soon after being executed so that it could be, the consent bond order would follow him and do this. I'm not certain what transpired between defense counsel, Saylor, and the state. On the simple assault, that's going to be a $500 signature bond through the jail. On the simple battery, the court's amending that to a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services. Well, I'll make it both through pretrial services. That makes it
Well, let me
easy.
add, if you're going to get, the only reason I didn't add anymore, he also has a pending battery case that I did not hear mentioned. I was
I
aware
know.
of that when we agreed to the surety bond. So I wanted to make sure that the court was aware that there is a pending battery against a different victim.
Okay, but y'all have, he hasn't posted bond. There's no evidence of a bond being posted. Yes, courtroom 2, please unmute. Maybe Mr. Domencio can enlighten us on this.
Yes, ma'am. I paid a $235,
To whom?
to the, bonds company.
When?
That was, almost 3 weeks ago.
And why were you paying a bond when you were not arrested?
Because I was gonna turn myself in and I paid it in advance.
All right, well, you go get the money back. This is a $1,000 signature bond for pretrial services. He will be monitored through pretrial services, level 1. He will report to pretrial once a month and he can do it telephonically. He is to complete the Operation 21 and the 8 hours of anger management classes, and this must be done within 120 days. No contact with, Camilla, what's her last name again?
That's my fiance, Your Honor, and we're still together.
All right, in that case, no violent, was it no contact or no violent?
Let me look at the bond order that I had. Give me a moment.
There was no violent contact.
There was no further violent contact with
Okay.
Camilla Harris.
No violent contact with Camilla Harris. All right, so, and no illegal drugs, no alcoholic beverages, and no weapons and no firearms. So he is not allowed to own or possess any firearms pending this case. And within, so he reports to pretrial telephonically. And within 120 days, he must complete the Operation 21 program and complete 8 hours of anger management classes with a qualified school and show proof to his pretrial officer within 120 days. Thank you.
What was that amount? The total?
Total is 1,500 signature bonds for
All right.
pretrial level 1. And since he failed to surrender himself to the court, as soon as that bond order was executed, he and his attorney can go and figure out how to get his $235 back. Thank you. Next case.
Judge, I got position 8, Mr. Johnson.
Martell Johnson's accused of battery family violence under 25 CR 7205J. Mr. Johnson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Mirzajadin. And is there a Gabrielle, is it Murray? On Zoom? No? Okay. Mr. Howard, any priors?
Yeah, 32. I got 2 FTAs from 2019, 2023, acquiring license plate for a purpose of concealing. 2018 domestic battery arrest, 2017 domestic battery, it says stricken off with the leave to reinstate. It's one of those Illinois charges.
Okay.
State shows additional battery arrests. There was March 8th, 2017. This is in Chicago, Illinois, for domestic battery. There was a March 27th, 2017 criminal damage to property. There was also a March 31st, 2017 criminal trespass, an April 17, 2017 criminal trespass, a January 5th, 2018 domestic battery, the February 23rd, 2018 domestic battery in violation order of protection, also a May 22nd, I'm sorry,
Oh,
yeah, May 22nd, 2018 criminal
plenty.
trespass.
I think you
I'm
have
sorry.
plenty to give me a bond recommendation. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just also want to make the record so you understand my bond recommendation.
I certainly
In
will.
this instance, the victim reported that she was in fear of, due to the defendant hitting her. The police were called the night before. The police responded to the home and the defendant would not open the door. So the victim was only able to get a report in that instance. The victim stayed outside the entire night due to her not having anywhere else to go. The next day, the defendant opened the door and continued to verbally abuse her and took her phone again. The victim was able to call her mom for help, who in turn called 911 to report the incident. The officers did observe the victim with a black eye as well as bruises on her arm and chest. The state's recommendation for bond is $5,000 surety bond. Stay away from 1957 Myrtle Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. No further contact with the victim, Gabrielle Murray, to also enroll in and complete a 24-week FFIP program.
Okay. Mr. Mirzajadin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Johnson is 27 years old. He is originally from Chicago, but has been living here in Georgia for the past 4 years. He does reside at that incident location on Myrtle Drive, and does reside there with the alleged victim, Miss Murray. He is a high school graduate and is also employed working as a mobile mechanic. Your Honor, I have not been able to get in contact with Miss Murray. I'm not sure if the state has. I understand
We
she's not
spoke with her.
present here today, Your Honor, but we would ask for Mr. Johnson today to receive a total bond not to exceed $2,000.
All right. I was seriously considering a 2,500 surety bond, but that warrant is very concerning. I didn't know if the state was going to ask for no further contact with her mother as well. The
only person we've
person
spoken to is
involved.
the victim. So at this point, I mean, we can ask for it. I know the mother was en route. I don't recall her being there, but definitely the victim.
It's a $5,000 surety bond. No further contact with Gabrielle Murray. Stay away from 1957. I have Myrtle Avenue, but I'll go with Drive if that's the correct address.
We can pull it and look it up.
Drive is what I have also.
Is it Drive? Okay. He's allowed to return to that location one time only upon his release with a police officer in order to retrieve his belongings. At the time of that visit, the police officer can verify whether Miss Murray has vacated the premises. If so, then Mr. Johnson can return to the property. But if she's still occupying the premises, he'll need to vacate and provide us with another mailing address within 30 days of release. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And his next court date is going to be November 20th. Thank you.
The other thing is they do share 2 kids, but they are not married. So I would ask just for no contact.
If he wishes to see the children, he'll need to file a legitimation case and get a court-ordered parenting plan. Thank you.
I'm sorry, one child, but
Okay,
Position 9, Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. Okay. Oh, Ms. Champion, on Mr. Martell Johnson, no contact with any child or children he shares with Ms. Murray unless he files a legitimation case. So that's the scope. Mr. Anthony Jones is accused of simple battery, terroristic threats, and simple battery against an officer from November 6th of this year. Case number is 25 CR 7213A. Mr. Jones, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Mirzajudin. Any priors?
88. 2025 fade to appear. You got a shoplifting from this year as well.
Mhm.
2020 trespass NOLO. 2019 and 2014 ag assault convictions.
Thank
And
you.
FTAs from 17 and 15.
Thank you. Ms. Paul?
count one, the state's asking for $1,000 surety bond, count two, $1,000 surety bond, and count three, $1,500 surety bond for a total of $3,500 surety bond, also to stay away from MARTA properties and buses.
Mr. Mirzajudin?
Thank currently resides at 201 Washington Street. That is the church there, and does receive mail there. Your Honor, he does have some family in the area, and works occasionally as a landscaper or whatever else he can find for income, but he is indigent, Your Honor, and can only afford a nominal bond at this time. We would ask for a total bond for Mr. Jones not to exceed $1,000.
Okay. On the simple battery is 750. On the terroristic threats, that's going to be 250. And the simple battery against an officer is 500. His total bond is 1,500. It is a surety bond. To stay away from all MARTA property until further order of the court. He's not allowed to go to any MARTA station, buses, trains, the sidewalk, the parking lots, and even the amenities. His next court date is November 20th. Thank you.
Position 13, Mr. Mosley.
Michael Mosley is accused of simple assault from November 7th, 2025, case number 25 CR 7209B. Mr. Mosley, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Ms. Pinto. Any priors?
No, on probation for ag assault. 22 SC 183802. 2013 burglary in the second conviction. And he had an 08 battery DV arrest. That's it.
Okay. Miss Pope?
Based on the allegations in this particular case, the state's recommendation is $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1, anger management, and no further contact with the victim.
Right. What's the name of the victim? I'm sorry, I didn't write it down. Well, I think I did, but I can't make out my handwriting. Sorry.
Sorry. I think it was James Lawrence, but let me just make sure. I didn't write it in my notes either.
Miss Pinto, it's going to be $1,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further contact with James Lawrence, and he'll be required to do 2 anger awareness classes with pretrial services. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons and firearms. Mr. Mosley, you'll need to stay 200 yards away from James Lawrence. You're not to communicate with him in any way, form, or manner. If you complete the anger awareness classes and you don't get into any further trouble, you may get a favorable outcome from this case. Thank you.
Judge, if I could just be heard, my only request would be that it be no violent contact with Mr. Lawrence. They do both
Are they in the same
cousin, and
but they don't live together, right?
It came in as a family violence. I removed it because of the nature of what was going on. It sounded like Mr. Lawrence may have been living with Mr. Mosley. Was kind of confused based on the way that this warrant was written, so it's going to have to be a deeper dive. Let's see.
Well, do they live together? I really couldn't.
They lived together for 5 months.
Do they still live together?
So the residence is what used to be Mr. Mosley's mother's house. She passed. I think it's his brother's house now. It's my understanding that Mr. Mosley and Mr. Lawrence stay there, intermittently, or, it's neither of their residence necessarily, but they both go there frequently.
All
So I
right.
would just ask that it be no violent contact.
Let me ask this 25-cent question. Does Mr. Mosley have anywhere else to live?
No, he does not, Judge.
Mr. Mosley, do you have somewhere else to live?
Yeah, I knew my first child, Yvette Mosley. I knew her child. I knew her, but it was somewhere. I think Carl County somewhere. But yeah, I knew. Yeah, I just finished this right here. Yeah,
I couldn't understand a single word you just said.
Hey, this project.
I stay with my daughter there. I couldn't stay at my mama's house. Y'all want me to do that? I and my daughter, I stay at her house. That's what I'm saying. My first child.
Do you have somewhere else to live? Do you have another address?
Yeah, I can't remember the address. I got hit in the head, but yeah, I got an address. Yvette Mosley. But she got me on board, so they got her address. Stay in Fairview, Georgia. So she made ball for me in 2020. So yeah.
Okay, he's going somewhere else with this. Okay.
He could stay with his adult daughter, Yvette Mosley, and she
Okay.
lives in Fairburn, is what I heard.
Okay. All right.
Is that, and you can check with him, but I was able to understand that.
Where does Yvette live?
Fairview, Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to require him to stay away from this location. He needs to go and live with Yvette, and he reports to pretrial once a month. No contact with James Lawrence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, sir, ma'am. Do this thing. Thank you.
There we go.
We got position 19, Mr. Shoreline.
All righty. Tyrone Tertullian is accused of criminal trespass causing damage to property and giving false information to an officer from November 7th of this year. His case number is 25 CR 7197Y. Mr. Tertullian, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Ms. Pinto. Any priors, Mr. Howard?
10th. You got
Fifth,
open terrorist threats and cruelty out of the cab. 2017 DUI conviction. 2014 battery DV dismissed. The booking says homeless. That's it.
All right, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, in this case, the state recommends a $3,000 bond with no further contact with Michael Avery, as well as a stay away from 9115 Nesbitt Ferry Road, apartment 73 in Johns Creek, as well as an anger awareness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Pinto?
Could we call for the victim, Judge?
Sure. Michael Avery, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and start your video. Oh. Are you Michal? M-I-C-H-A-L? Please unmute. Are you Michal Avery? All right, your audio is not connected. We cannot hear you at all.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Did you want to add anything to the case?
Yes.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Avery, what would you like to tell us?
That I did not want to press charges. When I had called 911, I had told the 911 operator on the phone that I wanted to cancel the call at that time. But she informed me that they were still going to come. I also advised the officers that I didn't want to press charges, that I just wanted him to leave at that time. So I don't want to press any charges, and I'm not asking for no contact, but just no violent contact.
All right. Anything else to add, Miss Pinto?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Tertullian is 43 years old. He's lived in Atlanta for 15 years. He does have 2 children. One turns 16 tomorrow, and the other is 12. He also has his parents in Georgia. He did some college. Pretrial recommends a signature bond at level 3. I saw no failures to appear, so I don't think there's any reason to think he wouldn't come to court. We would ask for a signature bond. He's not able to pay a monetary bond. We would also ask for no violent contact with Miss Avery, and that he be allowed to return to the incident location, which is his home.
He's got an address in Covington, Georgia.
That's
So
a mailing address, Your Honor. That's his mother's address. So if he were to not be allowed to go back to the Nesbitt Ferry Road address, then he could get mail and stay with his mother. But it sounds like the victim would like him to be able to return with
All right.
no violent contact.
And Miss Avery,
Yes,
when did you and Mr. Tertullian get married?
we're engaged.
All right, so not married. Just
Right.
wanted to know about that. All right. Courtroom 2, please unmute. Mr. Tertullian, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you.
Hello, Judge. How you doing?
Fine.
I just was trying to let you know that is my fiance and that is my residence, and there was no violent contact at all with Mikhail, my fiance. So that's all I wanted to say. And we are still together. That's it. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You are not charged with a violent contact against Miss Avery. You're charged with kicking the master bedroom door, breaking the hinges of the frame, and causing a large crack down the middle. Both you and she live in the same household?
Your Honor, I thought I locked the door. That's why I kicked it.
Okay. And do you rent the property?
Yes, we both do.
So it's not your property. It's not your home. You rent it.
Oh, okay, I know. I thought you meant, do I pay?
No,
rent?
but there's a reason why I say you have a right to remain silent, because you just stepped into a steaming pile of, well, situation that's going to make it difficult for your attorney. Anyways, on the criminal trespass, causing damage to property is going to be 1,000, and giving false information to an officer is going to be 1,000. This is going to be a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. No violent contact with Mikhail Avery. He may return to the Nesbitt Ferry location. He is to attend and complete 4 anger awareness classes through pretrial services. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, and no weapons. Thank you.
That's per judge. He got an open case in the
Yeah,
cab.
in the cab, correct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. All right, understand that a couple of resets, position number 21 is a reset. Is that, what was the other one?
That's correct, Judge. Position 21.
And add-on position 2.
Add-on
Sterling. Oh, add-on 1.
No, add-on 2. Scroll.
Add-on 2. Okay, thank you. Are there any other matters in courtroom 2?
No, that's it, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Position 1 and 2 was a total of $2,000 surety bond. Position 1 was $300 on each count, and position 2 was $1,100 surety. Both cases are reset to November 20th. Position 3, Atkins, is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 4 is a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial level 2. 5 is a 2,500 surety reset to November 20th. 6, Domingo is a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. That's it. And then leaping forward to position 7, that's a $10,000 signature bond through pretrial level 3. 8, Johnson's a $5,000 surety bond, reset November 20th. 9, Jones is a $1,500 surety bond, reset November 20th. 10, Jordan's a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 11, Metz is a $50 cash bond, reset to November 20th. 12, Mills is a $7,000 split bond, reset date November 20th. 13, Mosley is a $1,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. 14, O'Brien Coker, that's a 7,500 signature bond through pretrial level 3. 15, Powell Roderick is a $2,000 surety bond, reset November 20th. 16, Powell's is a 6,500 surety bond, reset November 20th. That was 16, sorry. 17 was a $17,000 split bond, pending a transfer to Superior Court, is going to be reset to November 20th. 18, Sills is a $1,500 surety, reset November 20th. 19 is going to be a $2,000 signature bond to pretrial level 1. 20, Thompson's a $1,500 signature bond through pretrial level 1. And 21 is going to be reset to Monday, and that's going to be November 10th at 2 p.m. This is an MH reset. On the add-on calendar, position number 1, Romans, was an $8,000 surety bond, reset November 20th. And position 2, Sperling, that's add-on 2, that's going to be an MH reset to November 10th at 2 p.m. Any corrections? No? All right, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Take care.
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Champion, I'll wait for your email. Thank you.